Hiya guys, Crazy Teacher Nick here to basically just give you some help on the paper one, question 1A and 1B. The exam's about 2 days away, so I just wanted to go through this quickly. It's a shorts, just things you got to keep in mind. This is from one of the recent paper 2024s, okay, from 2024. Guys, I cannot emphasize how important it is that you read the question carefully. The question gives you so much information. It really, really is important. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the things we want to take note of. Okay, so the first thing we see here is that tells you that you recently read the newspaper. Okay, so make sure that basically in your writing that you reflect upon the fact that you recently read about the newspaper. Okay, I recently read in your article, something along those lines. Okay, the next thing you need to take note of is obviously it was a newspaper article. Okay, and the article itself that was written by the journalist, okay, was a focus on people are only interested in news stories about their country. So that is what the journalist said. So you got to pause and you got to think about what is Cambridge asking me for here. Okay, so you've got some information. Okay, now remember you're going to be reflecting upon this. You're going to be thinking about what you did, how you did it. Okay, so the next bit of information they give you is your text type. So you have to write an email. Cambridge has moved into the 21st century and we no longer have to write letters. We can now write emails, and you are writing not to the journalist. You are writing to the editor, and this is really important. That is going to be who you direct your email to. Dear editor of the Star newspaper, dear editor of the Sun, whatever newspaper it is. Okay. Now, you are writing a response to this article and you're going to be giving your opinion. So at this point in that, you're thinking to yourself, okay, so it could be discursive, it could be persuasive, it could be argumentative. What other information are they giving me? Now, don't skip over this fact, okay, because this next one is really important. They say use no more than 400 words. They tell you specifically no more than 400 words because of the time. Students are expected to be able to write between 600 and 900 words in an hour. Okay, so by cutting you off at that 400 words, that is forcing you to basically make sure you've got enough time to write your 1B. Okay, so do not write more than 400 words. You're not going to get marks for it, and it's going to kill your time. Okay, now here comes the important part. Okay, this is the direction that they're telling you to go in. So they say, in your writing, focus on the importance, and this is the part here that is vital, the importance of reading about what is happening in other countries as well as your own. Okay, so the original article is about people are only interested in news stories about their country. You are writing about the importance of reading about what is happening in other countries as well as your own. So this tells you automatically you are going to be argumentative. Okay, so there's a lot going on here already. You're going to be writing argumentatively. And this is a very popular question, okay, and could very well kind of come up something similar in your exams on Wednesday. Wednesday? Wednesday. Okay. So, things you have to be thinking about going into a text like this. Okay. You need to be aware of your audience. Here it is the editor. Okay, you're writing to the editor. Okay, you are writing to counter argue, to argue, okay, against the point. So you're going to write in a calm, okay, neutral to formal discussion, okay. Your purpose is to persuade. So that is your form, okay, because you have to meet the requirements of form, structure, and language in your 1B. If you miss out either structural devices or you miss out language devices, okay, you're going to lose a lot of marks. So make sure you're covering form, structure, and language when you're discussing in your 1B. Okay, and the best way to do this is to make sure that you're thinking about all of these things when you're planning your 1B before you write your 1A. You might not discuss everything, okay, but you are definitely thinking about it going into it. My purpose is to persuade. What are the persuasive devices? Okay, if I'm writing in this neutral but formal register, okay, because I'm writing to an editor, I'm not angry, I'm not upset, and I'm definitely not rude. Okay, that's what counter argument is. I understand your perspective, and however, I'm sharing my perspective. Make sure you know your key conventions. In an email, you must have that subject line. It is a key convention of emails. Okay, you've got your opening salutation. So, dear editor of The Sun, comma, do not forget the comma, closing salutation, yours sincerely, Mr. John Smith. Okay, yours sincerely, comma, underneath the name Mr. John Smith. If you think about some of the structural devices you can use in your email, you can have subheadings, shifting focus. Okay, you might want to include pace within your paragraphing and definitely counter argument. This is what I did. In your language devices, this is really easy. You're going to be using all of your rhetorical devices. Okay, all of your A Ripe Forest. If you don't know your persuasive language devices, have a look in my channel. There is links to the wonderful videos that teacher Adner has done on A Ripe Forest. You can even go and look at GCSE. Just type in A Ripe Forest. There'll be tons of videos that pop up. They're all your rhetorical devices. Do not forget your word classes in your 1B. Okay, so make sure that you're using the correct terminology. So word classes, terminology, they go hand in hand. Not that I used a big word, okay? I used a strong adjective. I used a conjunction. I used a verb, okay? The terminology, the analytical lexis, okay, about how you did, what you did, it's in the first person, okay, in your 1B. I did this, I did this, I did this. And guys, do not forget your punctuation. Okay, you must use punctuation in your 1A. Punctuation used properly. Okay. 5 steps to success. Read the question. Make sure you understand your question. Plan the devices you're going to discuss in your 1B. So you're planning your devices that you're going to discuss once you've understood the question, and you're going to use those devices in your 1A. Write your 1A, you're aiming at about 350 words. Okay, a little bit over is fine. Okay, but that is your target, is around about 350 words. Remember, we don't count words. Okay, we just want to make sure that you don't waste time. Write your 1B. Here you're aiming for about 250 words. Again, if you're at your 60 minutes and you're only halfway through your 1B, you stop, you move on to your questions 2, 3, or 4. Question 1B is only worth the 10 marks, okay? You're going to be getting between 6 to 8 marks, okay? So just move on. You've got more opportunities to get lots of marks in your questions 2, 3, or 4 because you've been practicing those over and over and over. Final advice, be bold, okay? It is much better to have too many devices than too little. So besides the devices that you have created to discuss in your 1B, okay, you're going to put in as many other devices as possible. You're going to make that text stand out, okay? Strong punctuation, okay? Stick to your plan. So once you've got your plan, do not deviate, because that's just going to kill your time. Stick to your plan, focus on your plan, trust your plan. Do not waste time, okay? Be interesting. Normally your third idea is going to be your best idea, okay? So think about what is going to make my text stand out. Remember, okay, every single student around the world is going to be writing the same question. The examiner is going to get bored with the same kind of stuff. So be interesting in your writing. Use good vocabulary. Do not forget your SPAG. Spelling, punctuation, and grammar are important in 1A and 1B. And here's perhaps the best trick. Okay, when you are writing in your reflective commentary, write in a super confident way, even if you've got to fake it. Okay, write, I did this, and show that you did it with purpose. Okay, write with this, I did it, I know what I was doing, I know why I did it. Okay, be super, super confident. Because if you think about it, if you're confident about what you did and the effects you created and the impact you wanted to have, that is going to rub off on your examiner. They're going to be, hey, this guy's super confident. I'm confident in this student. Most importantly, just have fun. Enjoy it. Okay? I can promise you, for years of marking, you can actually feel when a student has actually enjoyed writing a piece of text. And if you feel that the student has enjoyed writing it, you feel really you enjoy the text yourself. You feel super confident about the student. So enjoy what you're writing. Love what you do. Okay. So, guys, it's late. Okay, I'm tired. I'm doing this like right before my bedtime. I've even had my hot chocolate. I always have a cup of hot chocolate before I go to sleep. I got to say a very big thank you, guys. We have 1,500 subscribers. You guys are absolutely awesome. Share the video, like the video, subscribe. Good luck in your exams. Okay. I'm going to see if I can do another shorts for the paper 2 questions 2, 3, or 4. Just some hints and tips there. Okay. But guys, be amazing and rock on.